Welcome back everyone to Horror with Heidi. I'm Heidi and this is Disturbed Part 5. We've come such a long way so far. So last time we made our way through the cave. After a while we came upon a dock that housed an old 18th century shipwrecked vessel. We went and looked around the ship. In the kitchen we found a knife that we took with us, so now we have a weapon. We went into the captain's quarters where we discovered lots of documents, some journal entries. We read through them. They mostly just talked about the captain's records on their journey. They left their native land to go look for new undiscovered land. Eventually they ran out of food and water and were forced to turn back, and what happened after that was unknown. They became shipwrecked and most of the crew and the captain died. He said something about a plague that had struck the crew, so it kind of seems like the blight, as it's referred to, that is all over the land we're in, might have been brought in by this vessel that we found now. We went back to the forward path option when we come up to the 3 and went back to the tentacle monster that we met our end at one time before, but now equipped with the knife we were actually able to fend off the monster, and it left us alone after that. It never attacked us again, so then we were able to proceed forward. We exited the cave and came into some kind of fortress, it seemed like. We came into the basement, we searched around, we came across what almost seemed like a really old animal testing facility of some kind. We came across this monstrous dog. When we pulled out our knife in defense from it, it did attack us right away, and we also died. We came up the stairs, and now we're in some kind of foyer. There's a big spiral staircase, and we have the option to go upstairs, downstairs, through the door, or outside. So this is where we left off last time, and where we'll continue now. Okay, so first, I'm really curious about what's outside, so I'm just going to check what's outside first. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. Oh, we found the birthplace of the plague. I still think it has something to do with the ship we found, though. There's a fountain before you with statues on your right and your left. Inspect the fountain. There is a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull towards the fountain as if it were calling for something. Interesting. Inspect the left statue. It's an angel. You see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed by vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand and the other with one finger pointed up to the sky. You feel it is best to leave the statue alone. Okay, and the other statue. Before you stands an old angel statue that has broken many areas. With one hand the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering above the bowl. You notice that there is only 2 fingers remaining on the angel's other hand. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. That is very creepy. Exit the gated area. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. We read that before. That's sort of the hole with the tree carved into it. We'll go back into the gate. Oh, we haven't been here before. You approach the gate cautiously. Enter. That's the fountain. So there's something that's supposed to go in the fountain. I've said this a bunch of times before, but maybe it's the orb in the lake. Go back in the tower. Approach the door. As you reach for the knob, an invisible barrier stops you. Must be some sort of magic. Oh no, we have to go back the long way around. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I made it back to the fortress, so now we can go... Let's try the far door. The door struggles to move, but you enter into what appears to be a spider's den. Oh... There's always a giant spider, isn't there? The air is thick and the room is a mess of web and body parts. You notice that there are a couple of items in the room that could be useful. Oh, that's good. We like useful items. If nothing else, there's a key on the ground that you will no doubt need. Oh my goodness. Good thing I'm not afraid of spiders. It's still scary though. Before you can even act, a large spider falls from above. You have no doubt that it's hungry. Hungry. Without hesitation, the spider attacks you. You pull out your knife and stab the spider when you can. Unfortunately, the knife does not scare the spider, and it bites you with ease. Yeah. I think that knife only works on tentacle monsters. You begin to lose all feeling all over your body, and everything goes black. Your adventure ends here. So we need the key in that room. I wonder if we come across another weapon that works against the spider. Perhaps the dog, because we didn't get to venture through that room either, the one that the dog was in, because the knife wasn't good enough to fight it with. Alright, we'll head back to the foyer. So the only place left to go now is upstairs. You discover what looks like a private library. There is a passageway before you with bookcases on the right and the left. Let's browse the books. You take a moment to look at the books. Some of them catch your eye. Rituals of the Ancients, Deception by Music, A Forgotten Power. That one sounds good. Flipping through the pages, there is one in particular that has ink markings all over it. Raw energy is a powerful substance not to be trifled with. It is merely myth that such energies exist. One does not simply stumble upon a pillar of godly power. Even if such a fate is yours, bare hands cannot contain the force. It must be bent, channeled into specially crafted vessel to carry it. Oh, those are the pillars back at the field. There have been accounts across time of individuals possessing such power. Although they pass away as sand, their relics of power remain as powerful artifacts that nations around the world would fight for. There is a bent page marking a section of the book. You turn to it. This is Deception by Music. The art of charming is not necessarily limited to the instrument, but how the musician goes about playing given instrument. Some are definitely easier to use than others, and for a skill such as this, there are few instruments recommended. The harp is one of these recommended instruments. From vicious dogs to shy unicorns, the soothing voice of the harp can calm the troubled heart. Of course, not all creatures can fall for this simple trick, but it can mean the difference between life and death in some situations. Rituals of the Ancients. You flip around until something grabs your attention. Pillars of stone. Years before current times, there were unique religious practices that revolved the Stonehenge. It is said that these stones are lined up in a special way and often organized as a circular pattern. Organizing the stones this way unlocks an ancient power researchers still have trouble understanding. In the middle of the circle would a stone or two for the keystone to rest on. In the middle of the circle would be a stone or two for the keystone to rest on. This is the great mystery of the ancient practice from ancient records. It is written that the energies from the surrounding stones channel their power into the keystone. You stop reading because the next page of the book has been torn out. Ow. Alright, well that was extremely helpful. Move forward. You walk up more stairs. You pause as you notice the stone carving of a person praying that is attached to the wall. There is something odd about it, but you can't put your finger on it. With caution, you continue up the stairs. Oh, we're in some kind of... You enter a strange room with a large globe centered about the room. There are windows that let the light shine through. You notice that there is a chest resting against the wall to the right. You also notice that there is another passageway, like the previous room. I want what's in that chest. What's in that chest? Approaching the chest, you notice there is a lock fastened to it. With no key to unlock the chest, you decide to leave it alone. Oh, so we need that key that was in the room with the spider. But how do we get that? They didn't say if the harp works on giant spiders. I wonder if it might. It said it worked on the dog. Inspect the globe. You study the globe attached to the floor surface. The craft is made of metal, and there is fine detail in the grooves. There are various markings and names scattered across the globe. It takes you a moment, but you find a marking of where you are, Aramor. You notice that You notice that there are some hand-drawn markings within the area made in black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author of these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings on the areas around the globe. Continue forward. You climb the stairs to find a wall ending your path. Above the end of the stairway is a hatch. Well, we're gonna open that hatch. Oh god, even though this isn't a really scary game, if you're listening to it with headphones on, the random little noises that come up, they can startle you, because it's just silence for such a long time, and then out of nowhere, it's just this noise. You open the hatch and pull yourself up. Oh, that was in our dream! Oh my gosh! You have made it to the top of the tower. Before you was a stone of power resting upon an altar of rock. Dark vines have entangled the structure as if they were feeding off from the energy of the stone. Your body begins to tremble as you stand before the stone. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone was sapping away your energy. Can we destroy it? Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, let's destroy it. This may be your only chance. Approach the stone and grasp onto it. You lose sight and feeling immediately as your hands become glued to the stone. Oh no. Oh, so our dream was a premonition, and this is what happened. We dreamt about trying to destroy the stone, and then we die right away. But there was chanting in the dream, so I wonder if it was a slightly different scenario. Anyways, life is drained away from your body, only bones remain to testify of your death. Your adventure ends here. You have no power here. What's the achievement? Okay. So there is one other thing I noticed when I was in the middle of writing subtitles for episode 2. I noticed that when you're talking to the knight back at the grave with the stone, he says the words, "Only one of pure essence can free me, a rare hope like a flower found in darkness." And then I noticed, I remembered back when we were in the cave, we came across that room with the ray of light shining into it, and there was a body with a flower. So I wonder, because in that playthrough, I don't think I went and talked to the knight, I just skipped it because we already saw it, but I think I'm going to try and go back and talk to the knight, now that we're out of the caves and we can actually move around the world again. I'm going to go back and talk to the knight, so then we've had that interaction, and then I'm going to go back to that room with the flower and see if there is actually some kind of connection there. Alright, so we're back away. Okay, now I'm going to go see if we can do something in that room with the flower. Alright, now if I can just remember how to get back there. I'm going to try right. And right. Not that way. Try left. Going left. Oh, here we go. The path you walk comes to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. The light rests on a corpse that seemed to have been here for quite a while. Near the corpse stands a lone flower. For some reason... Oh, here we go! Yes, there was a link! For some reason you feel hope enter your heart as you gaze upon the flower. Surely this flower will ease the pain of the spectre. You approach the flower and carefully pluck it from the ground. Oh, that's pretty. There's something special about this flower. Light continues to pierce through the darkness from an opening above. Surely this gives you some hope that is not all lost. Seeing that there's nothing else for you to do here, you turn around. Oh, geez. If I had gone back and talked to the knight, then we would have gotten that earlier. Oh, well, that didn't throw us off a whole lot. Okay, so now we're going to go back to see the spectre. Alright, I'm actually really surprised I'm able to remember my way around this place this well with all these crazy split paths and everything. Okay, inspect the grave. You approach the grave. A ghost appears before you. Without hesitation, you reach for the flower and give it to the spirit. The spirit grabs the flower from your hand as you extend it to him. You feel a subtle breeze blow by as the figure fades away with the flower. A faint whisper dances about the air. I am free at last. Oh, that's nice. We freed him. He was stuck here and we let him pass on. You feel a sense of relief within you and you reach for the sword. Na 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 na! Now we wield the special sword. The special sword. Okay, I have one other idea. So we got a rope from that room that was before the room where that dog was in. I wonder if we can use the rope to get the orb out of the lake. Because we have no other items so far, unless before we find the ones that are in that tower. So if we continue on, the lake's up here, I think. Yeah. Inspect the lake. Let's see if they give us a new option. You step near the lake and look down into it. There's the orb. No, we don't. Okay, and let's dive in to see what happens. We didn't try this with the knife before, so maybe we can even fight the fish. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You make your way before it. A large fish comes into view and quickly notices you with its mouth stretched open. You grab your oh, no way! You grab your sword and hold it close, pointed at the fish. The fish swims at you with haste. Just as it gets within range, you thrust the sword into the top of its mouth. The sword penetrates and goes through the forehead of the fish. It struggles about in pain as blood filters through the water. Oh, we killed that fish. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited now. Not because of killing the fish. I'm excited that we're progressing in the game. You pull the sword out and the fish retreats out of sight. Oh, we didn't kill it. We just scared it away. You doubt it will live long. Oh, okay, no, it will die then. Whoopsie. With the fish no longer a threat, you make your way towards the orb. Holding it in your hands, you feel it vibrate as if energy is inside it trying to break loose. This must be important. Oh, I think we already knew it was important. You exit the lake with the orb in your possession. Oh, can we go back to the field? I wonder what'll happen. There's so many places this orb could go. We may as well just try everything. Continue. Okay, the faint trail comes to an end. Collection of stone pillars. Okay, we can't tame. We know we need a harp now to tame the unicorn, so we'll just go straight for the pillars for now. You stand before the large stones arranged in a shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed here. You remember the orb you found on the floor near the lake nearby. Well, how could we forget? It happened like 5 seconds ago. You place the orb in the slot carved into the center rock. We're doing magic! The stones that surround you begin to glow. The light radiates and grows brighter. With a flash of light, your surroundings change. The ground is no longer grass. Did it transport us? The ground is no longer is grass. The newly discovered floor appears to be very old, as if crafted by somebody long ago. Rubble and stone near the edges of the platform also hint that this is an ancient place. Looking onward, at the end of the pathway is a fountain of light. There seems to be no beginning or end, an endless power steadily flowing. You're amazed at such a light. I wonder if this is like the opposing, if this is like in opposition to that stone we found on top of the tower. If that one's evil, maybe this one is good. Approach the light. The light intrigues you and you walk towards it. Gosh. Rays of light brush about you as if they are seeking to break away from its home. You feel the energy flow into you, but you struggle to contain it. Your body begins to glow immensely, and you burn from the inside out. You are blinded by the flow of power, and you dissolve before it. Your body becomes disintegrated by the light. Your adventure unfortunately ends here. The light shall burn you. Oh, okay, so right, in that book it was saying that godlike powers cannot possibly be contained by any mortal. Alright, well this has been really cool. So next time we'll start at the lake where we picked up the sword and, when we picked up the orb after we picked up the sword. So this is good. I'm really excited now. So with the sword, we can progress further into the tower now. Alright, I hope you found this episode exciting. I was super excited by it. We made so many huge steps in the right direction, hopefully. I'm not sure how long. I feel like maybe next episode, maybe the last one, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be some more surprise turns. Alright, if you guys would like to play this game before we get to the end of it, I will leave this link in the description to Steam and also to the website of the developer who made the game. And again, thanks for watching, thanks for being my player too, and until next time, don't get scared without me.